So here we are live, the quarterfinal action between the South Queensland Sharks A and the Brisbane City Cobras. Quarterfinal here in the women's division. The Sharks with the first attempt. Semi-Jo Curtis takes it through the middle. Lucia Fielders gets it out to Paige Markey. The touch made. Chelsea Cummins over there on the left-hand edge as we look at it. Left-hand edge of the Sharks. Tony Wells through the middle. Semi-Jo Curtis. Long ball out to the right-hand side. Nice touch there. Parslow. Naomi Parslow comes out, stops that attacking opportunity. Bella Bauer takes it into the line. Snarly gained the number 14. She'll take it up. Cummins trucks it out to the sub box. Good load up here. Hannah Forbes out of half. She's been dangerous for the Cobras. Good meters now. The cover defence comes across. Laura Jane Cashman for the Sharks. Makes the touch on Teal and Barnes. So local rivals in Queensland from the southeast, Brisbane Cobras and the Sharks know each other well. So local rivalry. Brittany Donovan pushes through the middle. That's Tiani Bryce away from half. Meg Muir tucks in. There's a touch made. 6 more from the hands of Meg Muir. I thought the touch was made before the pass was thrown. However, the referee was right there. She doesn't agree. Oh, I think she might have got that one wrong. Call it play on, but the referee's decision is the one that counts. There's Tiani Bryce. Picks up the sweeper. Nice touch there from Sophie Clemson. Shani Valila was the sweeper. There's Donovan. Lucia Fielders with the ball now. Tiani Bryce sweeps around. Clemson gets the touch. The touch called for Sophie Clemson. Right on the line. Bryce brings it back. Plays it for Donovan. Hands it off back to Bryce. Fielders. Files in the half. Picks up. Lucia goes short. Nice little hole. Hannah Forbes had folded in too narrow, and I think that might be Shani Valila who scores for the Sharks. We'll see it here on replay. Bryce pulls back. Lucia Fields picks up, double pumps, gets behind the defensive line. You can see there Forbes had come in, and yes, Shani Valila leaves the ground, gets a nice try to open the scoring for the Sharks now. Waldy takes it up. That's English. Taking it to the line. Waldy in half. Lisa Maimai. Long ball out to the left. Naomi Parslow strikes back for the Cobras. We're all tied up. Once again, 1-1. Nice play here. We see English take it deep into the line. Waldy hands off to Maimai. Maimai goes right. Big right to left pass. Over the top. The defenders had come in, and Parslow takes it over the line for a nice try. So now the Cobras in defence, the Sharks load up. Rapper goes around. That's Brooke Hoffmeyer. Late call up to this team. She's played exceptionally throughout the tournament, Hoffmeyer. A youngster doing a great job. Lucia Fields. Semi-Jo Curtis is taking the tap there. Fields tucks in at the half position. Dishes off to Semi-Jo. Off the right foot. Can't get to the line in time. Semi-Jo Curtis and Lucia Fields combining great throughout the tournament. And they are recent additions to the Australian Women's Opens team. Getting set for the Trans-Tasman and the Anzac Long Weekend. You see Fields folding around the back there. Another penalty, so they'll need to look out here, the Cobras. Three penalties. We'll see a player dropped to the dead ball line. Touch made. Maimai breaks short. Big long ball from Fields. Gets it out to Paige Markey. Markey, an outstanding finisher. Gets across the line again. That's the second try for the Sharks. See it again on replay. You can see here. That's Semi-Jo. She gets it to Folds. Off the ground. Beautiful ball from Folds. Markey. Yeah, beautiful put down there. We could see Riley Spain trying to get across in cover. Couldn't do so in time. So now the Cobras push into the defensive line. Hannah Forbes from the left to the right. That's Clemson. Clemson brings it out now. Forbes to half. Clemson gives it off. Teal and Barnes in the 16. Goes to the line. Long ball to the right side this time. And Riley Spain unable to take possession. So the Sharks 2-1. Off their own line, Tony Wells gets into the back line for the Rebels, for the Sharks. And Tony Wells, another nice drive up well into the territory of the Cobras here. Laura Jane Cashman, this is the last play. Touch was made. I'm not sure what the referee was calling there. She'd well and truly covered the 7 metres. But the support player comes in. They were big metres for the Sharks. And I thought they'd done enough in defence, the Cobras, but the referee disagreed. So Forbes now pushes forward. That's Riley Spain. The girls trying to get to their sub-box to get the fresh legs on, but they don't do so in time. Here come the numbers now. But they're offside there. For substitution, she had to make the play, Lisa Mai. So now, substitute player comes on. She's onside. Good touch there, shutting down Waldy and English combining to make that touch on Lucia Folds. Sammy Jo Curtis at acting half. Donovan now, ball in hand. Lucia comes around. Isabella, the sister, outsider. Referee calls play on there. So another try for the Sharks. Offside called play on. Not sure who is calling offside. Let's have a look. English makes the touch, breaks to the short side. Must have been English deemed not to be forward. Waldy held off in defence. English mustn't have made the line. We just couldn't see it with the images that we saw there. But the referee was right on the spot, so we'll go with that call. The Sharks 3 now, the Cobras 1. Bella Bauer takes it up the middle. She's done that all day, as has Rebecca Maimai, the captain. There's Lisa Maimai now. Oh, beautiful pass. Finding Sonali Gain in space. They had 2 options there. Short and long had both hit the line really well. Let's see it again. Maimai. Beautiful ball from Bella Bauer. There's the pass. Both short and long were in space. Really well constructed for the Cobras. The Sharks need to keep an eye on the Maimai sisters. Here they are, back on the attack. Wells now. She can play out of her skin, Tony Wells. Plenty of experience. Saving Joe back onto the field. She'll take control now. Last touch. There it is. Final touch there for the Cobras. Naomi Parslow brings it back into play. Lisa Maimai on the out ball. Beautiful pass for Chelsea Cummins. She'll take the space. Nice play for the Cobras getting off their line. That's Rebecca Maimai now. There's Meg Muir. Beautiful penetration into the defensive line of the Sharks. Forbes into half. She's dangerous. Intercept taken. They'll go the length if they can. Meg Muir comes across in cover. I don't think she'll have the pace. That's a great intercept. That'll break the backs of the Cobras. Number 12, Shani Valila. The fast feet of Valila. She was hurting, but she got there. Meg Muir, the number 8 for the Cobras, come across in cover. She didn't have the pace. She needed to take it because there was a Cobras player in space, and take it she did. Pins the ears back, beautiful stride, tucks the ball under the arm, and goes the length. So try time for the Sharks. They extend out to that 2-try lead again, 4-2 now. In they go once again. The Cobras, my, there she is, Lisa. Dangerous for the Cobras. Teal and Barnes around the ruck area. That's Clemson. Clemson back to Barnes. Barnes will drive in now. Clemson will dish off for Lisa My. There's that ball again. Lucia Files squeezes in. Sonali doesn't find the hole this time because Ellie Draper had pushed in and closed the gap. So they read it that time better, the Sharks. But you keep repeating that play for the Cobras and they're bound to find another opening. Clemson makes a touch. Teal and Barnes gets back on side. 6 more as she threw the ball inside. Could have gone either way there. Tiani Bryce. Tony Wells at half. Gives off to Bryce. Bryce is dangerous, close to the line. She's tall and lean, Tiani. Can certainly get to the ground quickly. Donovan goes in. Tiani gives off to Wells. Wells off the left foot. Nothing doing there. The defensive line holds strong. Wells. Back to Donovan. Donovan looks to reset. Calls. That's Bella Files now. Yeah, loss of the ball there. Even though it was knocked out, saying that Bella Files had no control. My takes it across to the right. Sophie Clemson pushes hard forward. That's Ray Barker. Waldy now, off to English. English hands off to Forbes. Forbes gives it out now. That's Clemson. Clemson takes it into the line. Back to English. English to Waldy. Waldy goes for Ray Barker. Ray Barker gives off to English. English takes it to the line. Gives off to Waldy. And that's the final touch. But that's where they want to end the set. Down there on the 7-metre line of the Sharks. Brooke English up, making the touch now. Forbes needs to hold the line. That's good defence from the Cobras. They're on now. They need to get up. Take down the... This is better. Cobras need to take that. 6 more touched in flight, unfortunately, for Chelsea Cummins. And a changeover. 7 on. We've got a substitution issue here for the Sharks, so a penalty. Goes the way of the Cobras. That's English on screen, just having a chat to her support players. English takes into the line, down cleanly. Meg Muir now, good penetration for Muir. English to half. Not much happening there. Muir again. Back to the 7-metre line. Quick ball off the ground. Back to Muir. Muir dives for the line. Defence on song for the Sharks. Tiani Bryce. There's Muir and English again. They'll work together. English back to Meg Muir. Meg Muir goes for the dive. Finds Hannah in space. Hannah Forbes. That's a well-worked play. The combination of English and also Meg Muir with a beautiful pass off the ground. Finds Hannah Forbes in space. Here you can see it. English from half. Steps out nicely, Muir. Quick hands off the ground from English. Muir heads up play. Sees the link, comes in and hits Hannah Forbes on the short ball in the hole. 4-3 Sharks. So the Sharks now back on the attack. Laura Jane Cashman takes us through the middle. You see Sammy Jo Curtis, Lucia Files. Nice touch. Bella Bauer pushing out. And also Sonali Gain there coming in, jamming up Lucia Files. They know how dangerous she is, the young lady. There she goes against Files. Gives it back to Sammy Jo. Sammy Jo can't find a hole through that defensive line of the Cobras on this occasion. So My takes it to the 7-metre line. Lisa My sets up deep. She'll take the second phase settle. She does so nicely. Drives right up to the line there. Rebecca My bends the back of the defence. Unfortunately, just goes astray there. Clemson could have been in the ruck there for Files. They get away with it on that occasion. Forbes takes it in again. Looking for space. That's Clemson. Back to Forbes. Forbes takes it to the right. Ray Barker just holds up on a run. The defence pressure and a penalty for a late pass. Back to the action now. The Sharks coming off their line. They'll look to get across. The defenders need to push up here. Take away the space. Again, Cobras do so. Forbes bounces forward. As does Thielen there. Thielen Barnes. Back through the middle the Sharks go. That's where they're dangerous. Bryce. Thielen Barnes onside. Makes the touch. Tiani Bryce returns the ball to the mark. The Cobras reset. But again, deep from within their territory. There's Ray Barker. She only knows one way. She goes forward. Gets it down. This time for Parslow. O'Reilly Spain, that might be on the right edge. My apologies. That's a nice drive from Muir. Muir gets it down there. Laura Waldy doubles up. Looks for the runner out wide. Doesn't find her. Meg Muir goes from half. Switches it back now for Waldy. Waldy goes out. But a nice touch from Brittany Donovan. Shuts that play down for the Cobras. And the Sharks back on the attack. English up to make the touch on Donovan. Isabella Files now pushing out towards the sub-box. They're looking for the fresh legs. Again, Spain gets up to make that touch. As does My now. The Cobras forwards moving up in the line. English makes the touch. Waldy recovers. There's the final touch for the set there. So Waldy and English working hard in the middle. Good direct play there for the Cobras. Out to Muir. Muir takes it forward. English will take another one. There she goes down that right-hand edge. Nice extra meters. Picks out Lucia Files. This is another good play here for the Cobras. Picks it up now. Hits Rebecca Maimai. Maimai to Bauer. Bauer pushing out to the left. Straightens up the attack. Forbes to Maimai. Maimai goes to herself. Dives at the line. The referee on the spot says 6 touch made. Good enterprising play for both teams there. As we see the Sharks bring it off their line. Again, they'll look to get to this sub-box. The Cobras defence needs to push up here. Forbes does so on that occasion. Nice touch there made. Boot 2 up out of the line there. They'll want to look at that one. Maimai pushes out. Tony Wells gets it back to Sammy Jo Curtis. Sammy Jo. Tony Wells out of half. 6 touches. So plenty of questions being asked by both teams, but the answers coming in the defensive line. There's Rebecca Maimai now. Sonali Gain up out of the line comes Paige Markey. Chelsea Cummins dishes off. That's nice play. Bella Bauer takes it up the sideline. Cummins dishes off this time. Lisa Maimai back inside to Ray Barker. Lisa Maimai to half. Too far out. Barker goes down again. Maimai. This time she breaks hard to the left. Takes the offside player out of the middle. Will earn a penalty. Getting through a power of work. Lisa Maimai, always dangerous. The heads up play for the Cobras. And now, just regain our composure here, the Broncos. Thielen Barnes gets it away to Ray Barker. Ray Barker goes for the line. Out there on the right-hand edge for the Cobras. That is Riley Spain. Back into the middle now. Lisa Maimai. Clemson. Clemson drives in. No, breaks left. Gets outside Tony Wells, but Tony Wells, full of experience there, just pushes with her. Parslow will get the ball back inside. Thielen Barnes. Off to Ray Barker. Barker gets it down. There's Maimai for the line. Sammy Jo Curtis just gets her feet to the line. The final touch coming here for the Cobras. Maimai back inside, but Ray Barker had held up on a run. And that is the end of the set for the Cobras. Good field position to end the set on. 30 seconds remaining. Wells pushes up through the middle for the Sharks. This is off the Hoffmeyer. Juggle catches that one. Back inside to Tiani Bryce. Nice sweeping play. Ellie Draper, the number 9. Gets it off to Lucia Fielders, now out of half. Isabella Fielders makes the most of the opportunity. Fielders to fielders, or Filds to Filds, not sure how to pronounce it. I'll go with Filds. That is a big end of the set for the Sharks to go out by 2. Let's look again. Lucia Fielders. Filds goes from half. Gets it away to his sister Isabella. Quick hands from Isabella. And Riley Spain had shot in off the line. And a great finish by Olivia Goodsall for the Sharks to go out by that 2-try lead. The Sharks will lead at half-time, 5-3 over the Cobras here in the Women's Opens quarterfinal. We're back live here for the second half of the Women's Opens quarterfinal. Sharks currently leading the Cobras 5-3, and the Cobras get us back underway for the second half. My, that's Meg Muir now driving through the middle. My, to sister Lisa, big long ball out to the wing. One to ground, so the Sharks survive the opening salvo of the Cobras for the second half. Bring the ball back into play through Sammy Jo Curtis. Laura Jane Cashman there driving forward, as does Lucia Fildes. Picked up nicely, Tony Wells. Good penetration here. Very direct settle pattern off the line, straight through the middle third of the field. That's Wells down now. Fildes dangerous out of half. Long ball into space. Cashman unable to take that one. Luckily for the Cobras, because that was open territory. Laura Jane in beautiful field position. So now Rebecca Maimai, the captain, takes it forward. Lisa Maimai now, great yards for the Cobras, right down the middle of the field again. Beautifully done, Rebecca Maimai. You see Lisa pointing. She's the danger out of the half position. Goes long, throws it into a hole. Ray Barker finds the hole open at the link position. We're back to 5-4 for the Cobras. A nice play, Maimai, dangerous. See ya, pointing. You've got to be on Sammy Jo. Gets it down. Lisa Maimai draws in Laura Jane Cashman and hits the link position beautifully. You can see the defenders there just in two minds of what should be happening. Ray Barker, beautiful hole running. And that is 5-4 now. As the Sharks back onto the attack now, Tiani Bryce. There's Isabella Fildes, who had a great first half. Goes out, draws English. Waldy tucks in underneath in defence. Donovan gets the ball away to Tiani Bryce. Bryce runs a little switch play with Valila. Bryce goes for the long pass. Referees are going to call that one clear. So a try there on the out ball. Paige Markey gets it across the line again. Great finish from Markey. Let's have a look at it. Valila goes down. There's Bryce. Bryce picks up. Throws the pass. 50-50 call, but the referees are the ones with the 50 in their pocket. They make the call. That was passed backwards. And try time for the Sharks to lead again, 6-4. Hannah Forbes into the line. Meg Muir does the same, dives over. Gets between the legs, but the touch made. There's Forbes at half. Picks up, gives off to Bauer. Muir, my apologies. Hannah Forbes goes for the line, gets across. She's done that on numerous occasions. We might have an infringement here. The Cobras will get the penalty. Players held off the ball as the attackers went through the line. So they'll reset here. Muir takes it back into the middle. Muir goes herself. Doesn't get across the line on that occasion. Thielen Barnes at half. Meg Muir in the middle there. Muir just tells Thielen, step out a little bit. Short ball. Probably could have dived herself on that occasion, had stood up the defenders. The heads up football needed from Meg Muir. Forbes out of half, off to Muir. Big long pass now. The referee's tucking into position to call that one late. Markey had come in and shut it off. So the 50-50 call's going the way of the Sharks here. As we see Wells turn the ball back inside. Forbes gets up to make the touch. That was Tegan Phillips taking it forward for the Sharks. Donovan, there's Lucia Fildes again, picks up. Hannah Forbes takes the intercept, the long outstretched arms. Couldn't do much with it, just takes possession. Barker into the line now. Out to Riley Spain. Spain takes that one down. Picks up. Sonali Gain coming forward. Here comes Rebecca Maimai. Maimai turns it back to Lisa Mai. A late pass was the call. Donovan takes a hard knock from Rebecca Mai. Cummins gets up. Rebecca Mai coming forward now. Makes the touch on Tiani Bryce. That's Shani Valila. Tegan Phillips gets it down for Valila. Vanilla steps back inside. Half it is. Great diving touch affected. Ball down. So the Cobras at 6s and 7s, but they regroup there. They're down by 2. 5.5 minutes gone in the second half. Bryce on screen. She's been important for the Sharks today, as has this one, Valila, going over. You can see the big dive from Bauer. Not sure what the call was there. Looked like a nice play from the Sharks as we see Muir back in the action. English now takes it forward, gets it back to Muir. Muir goes down. Space for English. She picks up and goes. Gives off to the winger. Nice ball. Touch called. So again, the 50-50 calls go the way of the Sharks. Nice cover defence for the Sharks there. Waldy makes the touch. The Cobras need to be aggressive here in defence if they are to stop the march of the Sharks team. Cashman, nice meters. Up the middle. Forces it back to the outside. Wells punches forward. Nice ball back inside to Sammy Joe. They've got the Cobras on the back foot now. There's Waldy. Gets the ball back inside. 6 more the call. Sammy Joe Curtis takes it back out to the 7-metre line. Plays the ball back for Cashman. Drawing the defenders up. You can see the referee talking to the Cobras defence. There goes Lucia Fildes. Steps back inside. English needed to push out a little bit more there. Fildes off the right foot. Comes back down low. So now 7 for the score. You can see it here on replay. Just how dangerous Fildes is. Waldy goes up. Fildes comes in off the right foot. And the ball down. So Lucia Fildes, youngster, named in the Australian Women's Opens team, has been impressive throughout the tournament and demonstrating here in this match, the quarterfinal, just how important she is. Great skill set for the young lady as we see Lisa Mai load up again. Ray Barker gets into the hole. That combination has been important for the Cobras, keeping the team intact. 8-5 now, 7-5 now the score. That combination again. Mai passes to Markey. Yeah, Markey. Sorry, Ray Barker, my apologies. Markey coming in to make the touch. Not sure of the call. With the ball down. And the referee awards the try. There's Valila. Pushing out wide. Nice diving touch from Rebecca Mai, the captain of the Cobras. Valila takes it back now. Into the middle. Tegan Phillips gets it down. There's Shani Valila on the wraparound play. That one taken by young Riley Spain. So a penalty awarded to the Cobras. 9 minutes gone in the second half. The Cobras in attack, trailing by 2, 7-5. Mai bends it back, takes it into the line, as does Sonali Gain. Riley Spain there. This is Rebecca Mai up to the halfway line. Meg Muir takes it forward, gets extra meters, but a hard touch puts her on the back foot. This is Waldy. Waldy to English. English takes it down for Lisa Mai. Lisa Mai off the right foot, short ball long. Touch, Meg Muir, big outstretched arms, can't get to the line. But Lisa Mai has thrown everything at this Sharks defence and they've held strong. You saw her there, could have gone short, went long. Great skills from Lisa Mai. As we see there, Laura Jane Cashman bending the back of the Cobras defence right into the line, as does Wells. Wells picks out Waldy. English in the middle. Lisa Mai will take the ball, but is penalised. She kind of knew that she was. Little wry smile there from Lisa Mai. There's Sammy Joe. Folds now. Better defence for the Cobras, pushing out wide. She's offside. We might see a penalty. We will see a penalty here, but there could be a change. A forced substitution. I believe that's Riley Spain being sent to the sideline. Chelsea Cummins will come on and take her place. She makes the onside line. So they're back at full strength now. Cobras up off the line. Waldy pushes out wide. Short ball this time. Tony Wells. Touched. 11 minutes gone. Sharks on the attack with the 2-try lead, 7-5. Cobras defending hard on their line. English breaks out, goes short. Folds goes back to English, turns it back inside. Good defence this time, English and Waldy walking together. Up they go, a switch play. Sammy Jo Curtis on the wrap out. And 6 more called, touched in flight. So tough times here for the Cobras. Repeat set of 6 on the line, tough to defend, especially when you have Sammy Jo Curtis, Lucia Folds, Laura Jane Cashman, and Tony Wells coming at you at speed. This is tough times for the Cobras. Sucking in the big ones there. You saw Brooke English in the background. Wells with the ball in hand. She'll take it in. English up out of the line. Up out of the line. Calling. Referee nearly put the whistle in the mouth there. English gets it back inside for the touch. Good cover on Wells. Wells with the smile. There's Tiani Bryce, also dangerous. Folds now on. A wealth of talent in this Sharks outfit, the young talent of the South Queensland Sharks. Last touch coming. English up off the line, makes it. Meg Muir comes in on the squeeze play. So good defence, repeat sets. They've seen that challenge off. 8 minutes remaining. Close to 7.5 remaining. They need to get 2 back here. A penalty. Tiani Bryce, hard touch, rushing up out of the line as well. A little bit of fatigue starting to set in. The Cobras, will need fresh legs. Cummins takes it forwards. Valuable metres, but isolated. No half in position. Barker gets in there in time. Tegan Barnes now. Quick hands. Hannah Forbes. Great defensive pressure from the Sharks, forcing Forbes to take the roll ball. These are better metres now. That's Sophie Clemson. Back to Hannah Forbes. Forbes brings it into the centre third. Here we go now. Last touch. Forbes out of half. Can she get across the line again? She does, but Brittany Donovan is there to answer the question and touches Hannah Forbes to close out the set. This is an important defensive set now for the Cobras. They have to get up and cut down the space of the Sharks' attack. Files pushes up the middle. Once again, here comes the second Files. Bella this time. Beautiful movement from the Sharks. On comes Ellie Draper. Takes it forward as well. They load up. Shani Valila. Sammy Jo Curtis in the middle. That could have been forward. Lucky for the Sharks not to have that one called. Clemson doesn't get there in time. Force the pass and a penalty given to the Sharks. Another repeat set for the Cobras, defending on their own line with 6 minutes remaining, down by 2. Sammy Jo Curtis, dish off the ground. Good defence there by Ray Barker. Valila, Sammy Jo, Tony Wells just lurking around the fringe. Sammy Jo Curtis up, takes the touch. Valila will go back into half. You can see just hanging around the background in the number 2 is Tony Wells. Left and right options. She goes right, looks to go left. Knocked down by Barker. 6 more. That was the 5th touch play. Desperation up off the line. Tony Wells takes it out to the left. Big dive. Looks for the ball back inside. But Shani Valila had held up on a run. Barker just telling everybody to take a breather. Get set. Here we go now. Cobras coming off their line. That's Sonali Gain. Oh, sorry, Tegan Barnes gets it down. That's Ray Barker this time. Forbes now. Forbes takes it forward. Looks for Clemson. Cummins doesn't get there. Barnes takes it up over the halfway line. Here comes Rebecca Maimai. Gives off to Lisa Maimai. Looks for the inside pass. 6 more. Doesn't get it. Isabella Files knocked the ball down, but was just deemed to be thrown into her by the referee. Bella Bauer solid in defence in the middle there, as is Rebecca Maimai. Just trying to unsettle the defence. Lisa Maimai, another hard touch. The Sharks holding strong here, protecting that 2-try lead. 4.5 minutes remaining. Bryce out of half. Goes to Bauer. Bauer defends, as does Sonali Gain coming in to cut that one off. Bauer takes it forward. Nice touch from Bryce. Sonali Gain now pushes forward. Bauer to half. Rebecca Maimai takes the team up the line. Cummins into half. Picks up Sonali Gain. Meg Muir now wraps onto the field. She'll go forward. No, looks for the runner to come on. That's Laura Waldy. English into half. Can she go? Off she runs. Makes the meters. Gets the ball back to Waldy. Taken under pressure for the final touch of the set. Again, they'll need to get up in the face of the Sharks if they're to have any hope. 3.5 minutes remaining. English comes up out of the line, makes the touch on Ellie Draper. Forbes, Lucia Fields, Shani Valila now takes the ball into the line. English makes the touch. Madison Murphy comes on in the 13. She gets it away. Tony Wells out of half. Murphy into space. That was Valila, my apologies. Puts that one down. 3 minutes remaining. There's English off to Waldy. English to half. Gets it to Muir. Muir takes the width. Gets the ball away to Naomi Parslow. To English. English takes the meters. The little touch made by the winger. The referee calls it. The player making the touch didn't. But the referee will play the touch. Halfway line now for the Cobras. That's Lisa Maimai. At pace. Gets the ball away, but into space and onto the deck. So the Sharks still remain 7-5 leaders here. 2.5 remaining. Sharkies bring it back into play. That's nice. Long ball from Donovan out to the support players. Maddie Murphy was in there at half. That one dripped off to Sammy Jo Curtis. Hits Bryce. Finds Lucia Files. A tiring Ray Barker. Can't commit coming in to hit Files. And they extend out now by 3. 8-4. The Sharks have been dominant in this match. We see Sammy Jo drive into the line. That momentum was all it took. Clemson sucked into the middle. And Ray Barker, you can see the shoulders dropped as Files came at pace and hit the hole perfectly. Good job to the Sharks. So now Cobras back onto the attack. 1.5 minutes remaining. They'll look to get back some opportunity here. Sonali Gain, Rebecca Maimai. Back to Gain now. Maimai goes short, comes back, long ball. Can't find Cummins. And the final minute now, the Sharks just look to soak up the time. Nice meters. Cashman takes it up the field, but a penalty. So the Cobras will get the last opportunity here. Minute remains. Bella Bauer punches forward. Hannah Forbes sweeps around. Doesn't get it. This is Bauer. Down it goes. Rebecca Maimai wanted that pass. So now, Maimai back on side. Forbes lines up outside her. That's Forbes with the ball now. Muir. Muir with the ball. Goes for the dive over. Individual. 2 players in defence lose their footing at the one time. You don't see that very often, but that's because they were pushing out hard. Sammy Jo Curtis and Cashman, I think it was, hit the deck. Heads up football from Meg Muir. Dives off her right foot. You see it in the background there. Just a collision of sorts. And the ball to ground for Meg Muir. Nice heads-up try. And that'll be the end of the game as English makes the last touch on Brittany Donovan. 8-6. A dominant Sharks take down the Cobras in a quarterfinal.
In this round of games, can referees please indicate?
So a good game for both teams there. As we said, local rivals, lots of camaraderie in both teams. And the final scoreline, 8-6, really indicated the dominance of the Sharks. They were in control of the match right throughout. Congratulations, the Sharks will progress through. Well done to the young ladies from the South Queensland team. Commiseration to the Brisbane City Broncos. And we look forward to the semi-final action later on tomorrow. But look forward to the men's quarterfinals coming your way in 5 minutes' time. The Brisbane City Cobras taking on the North Queensland Tropical Cyclones. That game will get underway at 4:50.
If you're an average bloke like me, your fridge is going to look something like this. Not much in there. So I'm going to show you my Indomie hacks. Breakfast. First, you need a lot of Indomie. Then you'll need capsicum, rocket, mushrooms, coriander. Scramble those eggs. Boil some water, drop the noodles in. You know the drill. There you go.